Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Ben Shephard drops shocking update just a few minutes ago. Broken our hearts, this news must see. The studio lights dimmed, the familiar chime of the tipping point machine echoed, and the steady voice of Ben Shephard carried across the studio floor. Welcome to Tipping Point. 4 players, 1 machine, and today history might just be made. Ben had hosted hundreds of episodes, and he prided himself on staying calm and upbeat through every twist. But something felt different today. It was in the air, electric, buzzing, like the machine itself knew it was about to witness something unforgettable. Backstage, the contestant everyone was already talking about stood silently, stretching her arms. Her name? Nadia Simons, a 32-year-old science teacher from Bristol. Her auburn curls were pinned back, eyes fierce with focus. "I just want to have fun," she had said during her intro chat, "but I've got a weird feeling about today." Little did she know, today she'd become a household name. The first round began like any other. 4 players, Nadia, Tom, Rhea, and Colin. Quickfire questions flew, counters clattered down, and Colin delivered an awkward hip-shaking dance as he narrowly avoided elimination. But Nadia? Cool. Collected. Quietly dominating. She banked 7 counters by the end of round 1, and when it came time for the drops, she executed with military precision. Her third counter dislodged a silver double coin that cascaded over the edge with a satisfying clatter. 4 counters dropped in total, giving her a huge head start. Ben raised his eyebrows. That's one of the strongest round 1s we've seen in months. The audience murmured approval. The seed was planted. By the time round 2 arrived, Nadia was untouchable. She buzzed in confidently, answering everything from Roman emperors to obscure 90s pop lyrics. While the others scrambled, she played the machine with perfect timing. Her placement? Impeccable. Every counter seemed to know exactly where to fall. Tom leaned toward Rhea and whispered, "She's not just lucky, she's dangerous." When the final buzzer sounded for round 2, Nadia had banked over 1,500 pounds, nearly double her nearest rival. Colin gave a valiant effort, but a rogue counter danced on the edge and cruelly refused to tip, sealing his elimination. Ben turned to the camera, beaming, and then there were 2. Nadia faced off against Tom in the penultimate round. He fought hard, managing a few decent drops, but Nadia, with surgical precision, unleashed a counter that sent the entire right-hand shelf into freefall. Ben nearly fell off his chair. That was at least 8 counters, maybe more. When the dust settled, Nadia had 3,300 pounds in the bank. As Tom graciously bowed out, Ben turned to her with a grin. "Nadia, you're going to the final." Applause erupted from the small studio audience, but no one, not even Ben, could have guessed what was coming next. Nadia stood alone now, facing the machine, her calm demeanor unwavering. Ben said, 3 categories, each correct answer earns a counter. She chose her first, science. A perfect category for a science teacher, right? Ben read the question, what name is given to the chemical process by which green plants convert sunlight into energy? Nadia smiled. Photosynthesis. Correct. Counter 1 dropped. 3 counters fell. A good start. Next category. Literature. Then asked, which author wrote The Handmaid's Tale? Nadia answered without hesitation. Margaret Atwood. Correct again. Counter 2 dropped. 5 counters tumbled. Her total rose to 4,200 pounds. Final category? Geography. Ben asked, "Which river flows through the city of Paris?" Nadia answered, "The Seine." Correct. As counter 3 fell, something miraculous happened. A cluster of counters that had been stacked tightly on the tipping point edge trembled, then collapsed. Ben shouted, "Whoa, that's massive!" 9 counters fell. Her jackpot rose to £5,900, a final total rarely seen. Ben turned to her, "You've played brilliantly, but now it's decision time." The jackpot coin, shiny, weighted, and mean, glinted at the top of the machine. Ben's voice was calm. "You can walk away with the £5,900 you've already won, or trade it for 3 final counters to try to win the £10,000 jackpot." The audience held their breath. The shelf was nearly bare, a few counters clinging to the edges, mocking her. The jackpot coin sat awkwardly in Zone 2, just above the danger zone where gravity often refused to cooperate. Ben continued, "It's high risk, but the jackpot coin is in play." Nadia looked at the machine, then at Ben. "I didn't come here to almost win. I'm going for it." The crowd gasped. Ben gave an astonished smile. "This is brave." First counter. Nadia positioned it in Zone 2. It dropped, slid left, and nothing. No movement. Ben winced. Unlucky. Second counter. Same zone. This time it landed dead center and nudged the jackpot ever so slightly. Ben leaned forward. "It's moving." But it didn't fall. Third and final counter. Nadia closed her eyes, exhaled slowly, and dropped it. A tense silence. It landed perfectly. One counter shoved into another. The jackpot shifted, tilted, hung on the edge. Then, as in slow motion, it dropped. The studio exploded in cheers. Ben's jaw dropped. "You've just won £10,000 and set a tipping point record for the largest single-game sweep in show history." Backstage, producers scrambled. The drop had been so perfect, so calculated, that engineers reviewed the footage twice to confirm nothing had malfunctioned. ITV released a statement the next day praising Nadia's unparalleled gameplay, knowledge, and timing. Clips of the final drop went viral online. Viewers marveled at the slow-motion replay. People compared her gameplay to a Grandmaster chess match. One YouTuber called her the Machine Whisperer. Ben Shephard posted on Instagram, "In all my years of hosting Tipping Point, I've never seen anything like it. Nadia didn't just win, she mastered the machine. Pure class." Weeks later, Nadia returned to her school in Bristol to a hero's welcome. Her students had watched the episode in class, erupting in celebration as the final counter fell. Her winnings? She donated £1,000 to a local children's science charity and used the rest to travel the world, documenting climate research projects in Iceland, Kenya, and the Galapagos. She was invited back to Tipping Point Lucky Stars as a celebrity guest, partnering with Ben to raise money for charity. Once again, she dazzled with her drop skills. Her story was later featured in a primetime ITV documentary, Tipping Point: The Drop That Made History. To this day, the clip of Nadia's jackpot drop remains the most watched moment in Tipping Point history. Ben still recalls it in interviews. There was something magical about that game. She didn't just play the machine, she understood it. For Nadia, it was never just about the money. It was about proving something: quiet resilience, calculated courage, and making a moment unforgettable. And somewhere, tucked into the vaults of ITV's archives, a machine counter sits encased in glass with the words,